As part of our preparations for the reopening of our parish church, here are the do's and don'ts when attending a liturgical celebration. The following persons are highly discouraged to come to church due to restrictions imposed by the Interagency Task Force or IATF and the diocesan guidelines released by our bishop. Always wear your face mask. This is mandatory based on the government-mandated public health standards. Our parish volunteers will strictly monitor and implement this guideline. Step 1. Please step on the footbath trays with disinfectant for at least 7 to 10 seconds. Step 2. Your body temperatures will be checked by our greeters and collectors. If you meet the allowed body temperature of 37.5 degrees Celsius or lower, you will be allowed to proceed to the next step. If your temperature exceeds 37.5 degrees Celsius, you will be temporarily isolated for rechecking. If your temperature is still above normal, you will be requested to leave the church premises to take a rest or consult a doctor. Step 3. Scanning your parish card to generate a seat number. The parish card contains your name, address, and a barcode. Our system will be generating your seat number for the Mass that you will attend and automatically encode your information for our contact tracing scheme. Always remember to bring your parish card when you go to the church. To our parishioners who have not yet registered through our electronic form, please visit the pinned post on our Facebook page and click the link that will bring you to the online registration form. Once we reopen the church, on-site registration will also be available. Hand sanitation before heading to your assigned seat. Hand sanitizer dispensers are placed in the entrances of the church, but we highly encourage you to bring your own hand sanitizer or alcohol. Step 5. Please proceed to your assigned seat. Please have yourself seated only at the designated markers with your seat number. Refrain from seating in unmarked areas so as not to violate the physical distancing measures implemented by the church and the government. Here are some reminders to take note while the Mass is ongoing. The offertory procession will be omitted. You may give your love offerings when our greeters and collectors proceed to your respective areas with their buslo. During the praying of the Lord's Prayer, kindly refrain from holding hands. Let us practice placing our hands in its prayer position. When we give the sign of peace, do not shake hands, kiss, or hug with one another. A simple bow is enough to give the sign of peace to our fellow parishioners. A general response will be done by the priest prior to the distribution of Holy Communion. During Holy Communion, we will continue our usual practice of doing it by row. We ask everyone to stand in the designated markers only. As a safety protocol, the sacred host will be distributed by the hand. Kindly stretch your arms when receiving the body of Christ to avoid the sacred host from falling on the floor. The long-standing Filipino tradition of approaching the priest to ask for a blessing or mano po after the Mass is highly discouraged. Asking the priest for a special blessing after the Mass is also discouraged, since the solemn blessing at the concluding part of the Mass serves its purpose of blessing all the faithful who attended the sacred celebration. The touching of sacred images and spending extra time for personal prayer after the Mass is discouraged. As an act of charity, we can help our parish church in maintaining its cleanliness and safety by disinfecting our assigned seats before leaving the church premises. Everyone will be requested to immediately leave the church premises so that we may provide ample time for our sanitation team to clean and disinfect the entire church for the health and safety of the incoming churchgoers for the following Mass. Here is our new schedule of Masses in our parish church. On weekdays, from Monday to Friday, 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. Saturday at 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. Please take note that the 6 p.m. Saturday Mass will serve as an anticipated Sunday Mass. Here is our new schedule of Sunday Masses. Morning schedule: 7:30 a.m., 9 o'clock a.m., and 10:15 a.m., which is also live streamed on our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Our afternoon Mass is at 5 o'clock p.m., and our Sunday evening Mass is at 6:15 p.m. Kindly take note that according to the updated diocesan guidelines, Wednesday and Friday evening Masses are no longer anticipated Sunday Masses. As we look forward to the day that our parish church will once again open its doors to its parishioners, let us always remember that by abiding to the guidelines, we are doing our part in creating a more healthier and safer church environment. Dear family, see you on July 12 at the church we love.